and on top of that, I can't really monitor. Like right now, if you guys were to contribute via YouTube, like if you were to do a super chat or a membership, there's a helicopter above my house, or get the membership, I'd see all that through the YouTube chat, and I'd be able to shout that out live. But I can't, like tips, if you guys tip me, the only way that I can see that is by constantly checking emails, and my emails on my phone don't update live. They update like delayed.
First off, how low was that helicopter flying? Because that thing was loud. Your microphone should not be picking that up like that. And DSP sitting here acting like it's the end of the world because he'd have to sit here and refresh his emails on his phone, but he does that the entire stream anyway. And if the emails are a little bit delayed, who actually cares? I'm sure your audience will understand. If they genuinely care enough about you to support you, I'm sure they'll be understanding enough that they won't be upset if the email's a little delayed. If shouting out people exactly when they tip you is what you're actually concerned about, maybe you make an exception for the day and just tell people that it's better to super chat for the day until you get your internet fixed. But of course you would never do that because you couldn't live with yourself if YouTube took their cut.
So the only way I could even see a tip is to keep checking, or if you guys say, hey Phil, I tipped, and then I know who you are, I trust you, and I'll check.
Okay, so he already has 2 solutions for what his problem is. I don't know what the big deal is.
You know, then we'll go from there, but it just really kind of sucks. This is why I don't like streaming this way. This is why I have a very set way that I do it with, you know, everything here on the laptop going so I can see the chat, I can interact with you guys, and we can talk with each other. And then I have other things, you know, the game here, whatever. This is why I have it like that. When it's not like that, you try and use your phone and shit, it's just a horrible mess, really.
Okay, but your regarded as setup is the entire problem. If you did not insist on playing console games and you did actually move over to PC streaming like you should have years ago, you wouldn't be having this issue at all right now because your PC is still connected to the internet via the modem or router or whatever. So not only would you be able to do more with your streams, but they would also benefit from a higher quality and you wouldn't be in this current situation. Every day this guy streams is more and more reason why he should just move the whole thing over to his PC and call it a day. But of course he's too stubborn and hard-headed to actually take any advice at all.
Cracker Jack says I should spend time with Kat. And what exactly should we do with no internet? Right? We can't watch anything. The only thing we can do is watch stuff on our phones.
This guy actually hates spending time with his wife. He genuinely thinks that they can't spend time together if there's no internet. And that honestly astonishes me, especially after watching the recent Plunge episode over on WPIG 1651. Check it out if you haven't seen it. But it's about when he met Kat, and at one point he was describing him and her as soulmates, that they really just get each other on like a deeper level. But if you listen to him talk now, if the internet is out, they just can't spend time together because what are they going to do? I mean, heaven forbid they have to actually interact with each other and, I don't know, talk and keep each other company. I mean, they could use that free time to clean up the house a little bit, that pig pen that they live in. And doesn't DSP own like 100 Blu-rays or something? You mean to tell me there's not one movie that they could have watched that he owns on Blu-ray? This is just so stupid.
I'll talk about this in a second because I want to tell the story, and then I'm sure we're going to get into interaction and talking about it. All right, I want to tell the story of what's going on so you guys understand what's going on. And go from there. But like with no internet, there's like, we can't watch anything that we want to watch. All we can do is watch it on our phones. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't listen to music unless you listen to it on your phone, right? It's easy for you guys to say, I really wish, but I have to work tonight. I have to work and try to earn money tonight. It's supposed to be a stream for me.
Because everybody loves when a streamer that they watch refers to what they do as work. I mean, absolutely it is. It's how you pay your bills. You have to be entertaining, even though DSP typically isn't. But you still shouldn't say that because it makes it sound like your audience and entertaining them is a burden that you have to bear. It's just another example of how DSP treats his audience like trash. He's just so privileged to be in the position that he's actually in. I mean, he streams out of the comfort of his own home, half of the time not even bothering to get out of his pajama pants. And all he has to do is play video games and talk to his chat. He doesn't even have to be entertaining because they'll still give him money either way, but he'll still publicly call it work.
I already had a very slow Mario stream last night. I was hoping to make up for it with Spider-Man today. We were doing all right. Then I lost an hour of gameplay when this whole thing happened, and I can't lose another stream. By the way, as you guys are going to find out, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to do my stuff for Friday. I can't right now. I can't even buy and download Alan Wake 2.
And of course, he's trying to get sympathy by bringing up his several slow streams in a row. I mean, we already covered the zero-tip Mario stream. That was something. And I love that he said that he was trying to make up for the bad streams. What does that mean, you were trying to make up for it? Because you're going to play the same games the same amount of time that you were going to play them anyway. There's no making up the money. That's not how this works. You're not guaranteed additional funds for even doing overtime, which you wound up not doing anyway, even though people specifically said that you should, they would give you money.
So we got to talk about all this, you'll see. But I have to be here and I have to work.
He said it again. He has to work. This is work.
And hopefully, again, if you guys can support the stream in any way tonight, please, you know, anything, membership, super chats, tips, please do. Tips would be great, because now I've had 2 straight streams where I didn't even hit the tier 1 tips goal. And this last one is not my fault. There's nothing I could do about it when it fucked up. You know what I mean?
Well, obviously, there's nothing that he could do. It's not his fault. He did everything correct. Obviously, Comcast is just a detractor. I mean, it was already suspicious how many laggy matches DSP was having in Street Fighter 6 that nobody else was having. Obviously, it's because Comcast is a bona fide detractor. But like I said earlier, there definitely is something that he could have done. If he would have taken preemptive measures years ago and switched to PC like he should have, like I said earlier, he wouldn't be in this situation right now, because his PC is still connected to the internet.
So please, if you could support, please do. All right. Stranger danger, you never would have tipped to begin with, so just enjoy your ban, because I'm not going to put up with your bullshit tonight.
Mods, you know what to do.
In the meantime, by the way, I'm still talking with the chat rep, and just for the record, when you talk with Comcast chat reps, it's like talking to a very small child, where you have to explain every step of the way, everything that's going on in very slow terms, so they can get it, and they'll repeat and they'll reiterate and they'll ask you the same question 4 times, and you have to keep answering it because like nothing sticks, you know, like the head of a child, like you talk to them, it bounces right off. That's exactly what it's like talking to their chat room.
It's obviously ironic that DSP is describing talking to a chat rep as if it was talking to a child, because DSP himself is guilty of all of those same qualities. You have to say or type everything you want to tell him very, very slowly and possibly multiple times just for him to really grasp the concept. He'll ask a million stupid questions, and nothing that you say ever sticks because he just goes right back to what he was doing anyway. But yeah, obviously it's the chat reps that are the problem, DSP. And I want to know what experience DSP actually has with interacting with children, because he doesn't have any of his own. He doesn't have any friends who have children. He doesn't have any brothers or sisters, so he didn't interact with a lot of kids growing up other than kids his own age. So where did he get this experience that he's speaking from? Or is he just assuming this because he read it online, like this is how it is talking to kids?
And what's hilarious about it is you absolutely know that the vast majority of things that they say in that chat are just copy pasted off of like a piece of paper or a checklist. They have no actual understanding of anything you're telling them. All they're doing is going step by step to a checklist to either try to help you or get you to the person who can help you, but they don't understand anything.
You're just making a lot of assumptions about these people, okay. But whether or not they actually understand what you're saying, those checklists are specifically designed to get you to where you need to be so you can have your questions answered. So I don't know why you're complaining about them at all. I mean, there's a reason that this procedure exists. And you said it yourself, they're going down the list trying to either help you or get you to the person that can help you. That's all they can do. Without someone actually coming to your house to fix it for you, that is the extent of what they can do over the phone. So you're really sitting here complaining because these people are doing everything they can to help you. You're obviously just an entitled man baby.
Okay, so the person who I'm talking with about this, I explained the whole situation, and this is like 15-20 minutes of talking, and finally after like 20 minutes they say, okay, so what I want to do, I want to restart your modem. And I told them, let's do the downstairs modem, because I don't want to restart the upstairs modem. I might lose my connection and then I can't get on the internet again. So instead, let's mess with the downstairs. Let's restart the downstairs modem. Let's see what happens if you do that. They said they wanted to do that and check the settings. So they go to do it, and the chat crashes.
Well, we all know that couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. The reality is that does actually suck. That is super inconvenient, but I'm not going to feel bad for the guy. Instead, I'm going to laugh, because he really just gets what's coming to him.
Successfully flushed the DNS resolver cache. Okay? That's what it says. So, I go to the browser, I click refresh, and it sits there, and it tries to load, and this site can't be reached. It didn't affect anything. Okay, it did absolutely nothing.
I've never seen another streamer do a technical difficulty stream where they have an issue and then they just get online and have their audience throw out a bunch of suggestions for them to try. It just seems like really bottom of the barrel, low effort garbage content, which is right on brand for the guy, but it really goes against his meaningful curated content shit that he's always talking about.
So then you say, type ipconfig/register DNS. I tried that. ipconfig/register DNS. The requested operation requires elevation. So if I lift my laptop above my head and I type it, will it work? What the fuck does that mean? It requires elevation.
Amazing. Keep in mind, this is a guy who said that he used to build computers back in the day. But now when the laptop tells him that it requires elevation, he's actually thinking about lifting the laptop up and retyping it. I mean, if this isn't a boomer segment, I don't know what is.
I own the laptop. Run the command as an admin. How do I do that? This is default. My default laptop thing. I haven't messed with it. You know what I'm saying? This is... How do I do that?
And he says, I own the laptop, like that's automatically going to make him an admin on the PC itself. And he asks, how do I do that? When his phone is literally in his lap. And regardless of whether or not it's connected to the Wi-Fi, it does 100% have service. There's no excuse for him not just looking up how to do that. But instead he'd rather ask his chat so they can hold his hand through the whole thing instead of just doing a quick internet search.
How do I elevate? He does it, and guess what happens? I'm going to give you guys one guess at what happened. The chat disconnects. Absolutely correct. So think about that. 30 minutes talking to the first guy. I'm going to restart your modem, and then we'll see what's going on. Okay, please do it. Chat disconnects. Second conversation with a different person. So I disconnected with the last guy. Let me tell you the whole conversation. Copy, paste. Okay, I'm still going to waste your time, ask you all the same questions again. I answer them. All right, I'm going to restart your modem, see what's going on. Okay, do that. Chat disconnects. I want...
Again, that is really unfortunate for Phil. That definitely sucks. But it is funny to me to think that they have his account on some sort of list that anytime he reaches out for help that they just disconnect his chat. Because if you haven't seen my old video about the last time he was talking about interactions with his internet company, he is absolutely the worst to deal with. I mean, this shouldn't come as a shock to anybody because he's made it very clear even in this video, but he thinks that he knows everything and that the world revolves around him. So you can imagine what an extended encounter with him in a business style situation might look like. Insufferable is really the answer.
You can't make this shit up. And by the way, again, I can't speak to a human. There's no humans available to speak to at all. So you can't speak to a human about the situation. It's not possible. All right? And I have no other resolution at all. Nothing I can do. There's no help I can get from Comcast right now. All right? So you want to know what I did? I closed the fucking page. I said, that's enough. I've already wasted about an hour in this chat. This is a complete waste of everyone's time. The chat is dog shit. Comcast is dog shit. I'm just going to try to figure this out for myself.
Yes, of course. It's all Comcast's fault. They can't help you. They're all stupid. You're going to figure it out yourself. And by figure it out yourself, you mean you're going to beg your chat to try and handhold you through the entire experience. And a much better idea would have been to just call it a night. You could have taken that extra time and spent time with your wife, who you claim that you never get to spend enough time with. And he said earlier, like, oh, what are we going to do? We can't watch anything. All we can do is watch stuff on our phones. You're meaning to tell me that there's no way that you could have connected your phone to the TV so that you and her could have watched something together? I'm pressing X to doubt on that one, Chief.
Okay. Now, in the meantime that all this is happening, all right, I tried the DNS thing. That didn't work. I tried talking to Comcast. That didn't work. All right? I actually had told everyone, well, listen, there's no way I can do a normal Mario stream tonight. I don't know what's going on with my internet. I don't know if it's going to go out on the desktop, but I'm not chancing nothing, right? I don't want to mess with the internet on this desktop at all, because I know if I restart, if I do anything with this modem, I'm probably going to lose my internet connection, and I'm not going to have it anymore. It's going to go away, right? So I'm like, dude, I am totally not messing with this at all and risking anything.
Okay, then what are we still doing here? Because you've made it very clear that you're not interested in actually just hanging out with your chat and talking to them because you can't play games. So if you're not trying to fix your internet still, just turn the stream off.
Klein did a super chat. He says, let's be honest, you were probably drunk. I have no idea what he's talking about. Today? No, I haven't been out drunk today. Maybe tonight. Maybe I need it tonight, but not today. Okay? So
Keep in mind, this is a former alcoholic. And notice that he very specifically said that no, he didn't drink today. Didn't say anything about drinking yesterday. Not that there is anything specifically wrong with drinking, but we know about DSP's history with alcohol and his frequent consumption of it. But it's probably also not appropriate for a former alcoholic to be joking about drinking after a stressful day.
Where I could do anything here would be Friday, and that's a day I'm supposed to be streaming games. So I really am between a rock and a hard place right now. I had to figure out what we could do if we can maybe find a workaround tonight. If we can't, I literally got to stand here with my fingers freaking crossed and hope that they fix it so it works by Friday and I can download Alan Wake and we can stream. This sucks. This is not a good situation. It's garbage situation. Crimson Tide, last night you were talking for 2 hours about how you clogged your toilet and there were turds everywhere. I don't believe that you're an actual laptop expert and can help tonight. I'm sorry. I don't believe you.
I mean, DSP, you talk about scat all the time. So are we allowed to just disregard any knowledge that you might have on a given subject just because you like talking about feces? I mean, I think that's fair to say. I just want to hold you to the same standard.
Oh my god. Oh, people are so fucking ridiculously hard-headed. Okay? I got people telling me I need to update the drivers on my laptop. I told you the whole story of what happened today. Painstakingly, each step I told you what happened. People are actually like, oh, it's the drivers on your laptop. Oh my god, you fucking people. I swear some people.
And I'm not gonna lie, having not watched this live, I genuinely don't know if he was upset with his audience there. I wouldn't be surprised if he was genuinely upset with them right there for recommending that he update his drivers. But because I don't know, I'm just gonna chalk it up to he was trying to be funny there, like fake angry. Because I think that they were trying to be funny too. Obviously, it's not his drivers. That's kind of absurd to begin with, especially after all of the bullshit that he talked about before. But while I can't be certain if he was serious or not, I still don't think it's a particularly good look for him to pretend to be angry with them, given that the general perception of him is that he does treat his audience like trash anyway.
No, Top Op Smoke Puffa, I understand what you're saying. He says log into your own IP address. I know how to log into this. I know exactly how to log into this modem if I wanted to. I could log into my modem right now, the Comcast modem. I know how to do it. I know the password, but I'm not restarting it. That I will lose my internet. Do you understand? The only way I can talk to you right now and broadcast and make content and make money is that modem works. So I'm not restarting that modem under any fucking circumstances unless the power goes out. Then it goes off. Outside of that, I'm not fucking with that modem. I will mess with the one downstairs because that's just wireless connection for my phones and shit. But I am not messing with that fucking modem. If someone came in here and got close to that modem, I would tackle them and punch them repeatedly and throw them out of my home.
Okay, DSP, but what if that is the solution to your problem? You're just never going to try all of the solutions that it could be because you're scared that you might not be able to make your pity money? And the whole tackle and punch somebody if they step near the modem is so stupid. DSP, we all know you're a coward. You wouldn't do shit even if someone was actually breaking into your house. You just sound dumb when you try and be fake tough. There's a reason that you only leave your house once a week, and it's because you're a coward who's scared of other people.
And to everyone here tonight, thanks for chilling. For those who did support in some way, thank you. Any further support would be greatly appreciated, notably tips. Like I said, last night I had a very, very slow stream of Mario. Today I didn't even get to finish my freaking stream of Spider-Man. So I haven't hit a tier 1 tips goal now in 3 days. Well, excuse me, 3 streams. So it would be great to anyone who wants to support tonight, that would help.
You'd think that if he hasn't hit the tier 1 tips goal in 3 streams, that maybe he'd get the hint that the content that he's giving people isn't the content that they want. I mean, it's just an idea.
So just listen to this. This is hilarious. Someone just says in chat, I've emailed you to get unbanned because you unjustly banned me. You accused me of being a sock and you didn't respond. Do you really think that the night when my internet is not working, I cannot work properly? I may not be able to work on Friday when the new release comes out, and we're trying to work through together to fix this. Do you really think this is the appropriate night to come on my stream and talk about that?
I want to point out that he referred to streaming as work twice right there. But addressing him asking the question if this is the best time, yeah, kind of actually. You're not playing a game right now. If he was genuinely unjustifiably banned, right now's the time to ask, because he's not derailing the stream because all you're doing is talking to chat anyway. You could whip out your phone right now and address the situation while you're not playing a game. But instead you want to dunk on somebody, so you're going to treat him like shit because you're stressed out, and treating your audience like trash is something that makes you feel good.
In life, there is something that you absolutely must learn about. I will give you good life advice tonight. There is something called timing. All right? And I mean this. Timing is everything. If I didn't start on YouTube when I did, I never would have been popular, and I never would be able to do what I do for a living for the last 13 plus years. Even though I'm a tiny guy, I could still do it. Why? Because of timing.
So basically what he's saying is that he got lucky with his timing when he started YouTube. And that if he had started any later, there's no way he would have made any money or became as popular because everybody else's content would have far surpassed his by then. And he's going to sit here and say that timing is the reason that he still gets to do this, which just takes away all of the credit that his whales deserve. I would be seething if I was OIC and I gave all of those memberships to DSP and he wanted to credit it all to timing.
It's all about the timing. You were here at maybe one of the worst possible times to talk about this. Just saying. So there's literally zero fucking chance that I'm going to look into your issue right now. 0.0. Not even like a percentage point off of it. Like 0.0% chance I care about that right now. Okay? Thanks.
But why, DSP? What else are you doing? Because what it seems like is you're just being petty, which comes off as very frustrating and grating on my nerves, to be honest. It's really just in the smugness in which he delivers those lines. He's so smug when he talks to people online like this, but again, we all know he's a coward in real life, and that's the most frustrating part.
Bloomkit says you can't use the working router to stream. Bloomkit. What do you think you're watching right now? What on earth do you think you're watching right now? Do you think this is a pre-recorded video? How am I talking to you in response if it's pre-recorded? This is a live stream right now. Yes, I can use that modem to stream. I'm literally doing that right now. My Oh, yoy. Holy moly. We got a fun one tonight.
Obviously, DSP loves to act like everybody that interacts with him and that he talks to in his chat is so much dumber than he is. But it's definitely possible that he could have been streaming without his modem working. He could have been doing a live stream off of his phone. He could have been using his phone as a hotspot to stream from his PC. I mean, he even could have stolen the neighbor's Wi-Fi password to stream if he really wanted to. So let's not sit here and act like the only way it's possible for him to stream is if he has a working modem, because that's just not the truth. Also, a personal pet peeve of mine when people start smacking their own face. I don't know why, but it just bothers me. There's actually zero reasons to do that in reality. You just look like a buffoon.
You know what, guys? I will say this. This is the fun part about being a streamer, is because you guys don't come around just because of what game I'm playing, right? Many of you come around simply to just hang out and talk. And I appreciate that, because tonight, even with this bullshit going on, it's still fun. We're still having a good time. We're joking with each other. You know, you're trying to make levity out of an annoying situation. That's what it's all about in life, right? Making the lemonade out of the lemons. I'm having a good time with you guys tonight, regardless of the fact, you know, that I can't freaking do anything here tonight with gameplay and nothing's working. You know, what can I say? I'm happy. I'm happy that things are working, all right?
Wow, the one time that DSP actually shows maybe genuine appreciation for his audience actually wanting to hang out with him. And I want to personally thank Memology for putting in the music and the butterflies, because when I first saw it this morning, it made me laugh out loud.
Let me check again. I got to keep checking for contributions. Looks like we have any. Guys, I'm going to be here at least for another half an hour trying to figure this out. I would really appreciate it if tonight, if you could support the stream at any way, I would appreciate it. Again, sucks that this has happened. I don't know what's going on. I want to fix it. I hope we can. But I'm working on it right now, trying to figure this out. So what do you guys think is the problem? What can I do here? You want me to blow bubbles? People are so desperate for bubbles all night. Here you go. You ready? Didn't even blow. There. You got your bubbles. Since people have been bugging about me for an hour for fucking bubbles, when obviously there's more important things. There's the bubbles. Okay. We did the bubbles.
And all of that appreciation that he showed for his chat has now just been disintegrated. Just because they asked to receive the reward that he advertises all of the time. And he says there's more important things going on. What exactly is he doing here? He's just sitting here reading his chat, looking for answers to his problem, and they're not gonna have the answers. So in the meantime, if you're hitting 100 likes and people are donating to you, just do the goddamn bubbles.
All right. Anything else? Anything to add? I guess we're gonna. This is it. Nothing else. Is no other contributions or anything have come in. So I guess this is where we're gonna adjourn for the night. It just sucks. That's 3 straight streams. I didn't even hit the first tip skull. Probably, would have done better tonight if I was actually playing Mario. But it's life, right?
Listen to how upset he is that for 3 streams in a row, he didn't hit his arbitrary $50 goal. And I don't know how he came to the conclusion that he would have gotten more than the $38 that he currently has if he was playing Mario, given that his last Mario stream was actually a $0 stream. Unless he's been getting in contact with the whales behind the scenes to coordinate some support for Mario, which wouldn't be a shock to me at all.
All right, guys. Well, that is it for tonight. Sorry for the mess. I'll do my best. I'm going to still film the daily wrap, and I'm going to try this. I'm literally going to try this hotspot thing right now and see how it works, if it works. I want to play Alan Wake 2 for you guys on Friday. I mean, we've been waiting for it for 13 effing years. It would really suck if I can't play it because of Comcast. Excuse me. And I hope that we get a resolution.
I just want to point out that we got the Comcast name drop, but the last time that he was talking about dealing with his internet, again in the video that I made previously, he was refusing to say the name of the company that he was dealing with, for whatever reason, because everybody already knew it was Comcast.
It worked. It's working. It just started working. I went to google.com and it loaded. Hold on. No. How did google.com loaded? But I can't get other websites to load. I went to CNN.com and it won't load, but I went to Google.com and Google loaded. I can search on Google, but I can't do other sites. How does this make any fucking sense? Right now, I just searched on Google Mario Brothers and the search worked, but I can't go to another website because I'm on the Google DNS. Why would YouTube work if CNN doesn't work? Here's your hey. YouTube is loading. YouTube is loading. YouTube just loaded. It's loading slow though. It's loading pretty slow.
Are you guys loving this internet play-by-play from the guy? Isn't this very meaningful, curated content that's full of positivity?
No, I didn't turn on my mobile hotspot. Stop. I didn't even do that. Stop that right now. Don't confuse me. Yeah, like, it loaded, but it's slow. Like for example, let's say I click on this Spider-Man video from yesterday. All right? Yeah, it won't even load. It's like endlessly loading. The page loaded. Dude, it's real slow. Maybe because I'm on the wireless, and now it won't work at all.
DSP, this is a personal request from me. If you could just never slap your face again, I would really appreciate that. Just if you happen to watch this video and make it this far. I don't really think it's too much to ask. I mean, I can put up with all of the burping and the snorts if you just swear to me that you will never slap your face again on stream. Thanks.
I think I give up. It worked for half a second, and it was very slow, but it was working. And then it stopped working. I don't know what it was, because I went from the wireless. I plugged in the wired again. Then I changed the DNS back again, and the whole thing fucked up. All right. All right, I'm done for now. There's absolutely no reason for me to keep fucking around with this, right? It doesn't seem to be working actively. It's all fucked up. I'm not going to get it working tonight. Like I said, what I'm going to try to do is make this hotspot.
But that's going to do it for today's video. So we've received positive confirmation that Comcast is in fact a fellow detractor. So make sure that the president and CEO of Comcast is formally invited to all of the detractor meetings where we plot against Phil. We got to make sure he's there for the next Mario stream so that we can derail his chat by talking about something else. All jokes aside, I got to give a big shout out to Memology for the clip on this one. I really appreciate it, brother. And of course, big ups to all of you guys for watching. I of course really appreciate that as well. Thank you for all of your time. Hopefully I'll catch you in the next one, but until then, make sure that you do check out other detractor channels and dive deeper into that Snortex.